That's a bad deal. Don't
Go out for 2 pieces. Put the dollar in the bag. Huh? Put the dollar in the bag. Put the dollar in the bag.
They're all failing. What is it?
Gum.
Nothing.
Can I have a piece of gum?
That was my last 2 pieces. I'm sorry. Oh, there's a dollar in here too. Wow. They're giving me money too?
Trevor, look at the biker.
I'll try to win that. Pretty close, man.
I don't know right now. I'm recording.
Oh my God! Stuck out more than everybody else?
Because you were over everybody?
No, because everybody else is wearing like a white shirt. I'm wearing a black shirt.
Right next to you. And I was yelling, and they saw you.
No. It's because I was more proactive than everybody else in this whole tennis court. I was more proactive. Yes!
Here we go! Get louder! Watch those 360s! Watch those 360s! 720!
Oh my God!
Holy stuff! Above and beyond. All right. Very good. Woo! Wow. That is a workout. So, you folks still having fun with this?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. Did you see the 360s? You see the 180s? We try and we aim to please. Right now, I'm going to talk a little bit about a guy named Newton. Not the fig Newton. No, I heard somebody say
Sir
that.
Isaac Newton.
Newton. Isaac. Yes, Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton was famous for what concept? Very good. Gravity, which you can see every time we fall today. What's responsible?
Gravity!
Yes, gravity or our offset of our center of gravity. Either one. We'll take both. But for right now, you may have learned these. We're here to reinforce them. There are 3 main laws that Newton talked about. The first one is called the law of inertia. And that basically states that an object in motion will stay in motion unless acted upon by an outside force. On the other side, an object at rest will stay at rest unless it's acted upon by an outside force. So what does that mean in context of skateboarding and BMX? What that means is, let's talk about forces in motion here. An object in motion tends to stay in motion unless acted on by an outside force. Have any of our riders only pushed once today?
No.
Why is it that a skateboarder can only has to push multiple times? Why can't we just push one time? I heard somebody say the magical F word being friction. If not that one. People. Friction, science, friction. Okay, if we took a magnifying glass, or even better, a microscope, and we looked at the surface of this court, we'd find many irregularities. Even though it looks flat and level, the surface of this court has bumps and little niches that we can get caught up in. And in fact, our wheels do that. That's why we cannot get one push and just sail forever. We have to take multiple pushes because every time our wheels roll, they're encountering frictional resistance that's aiming to stop the board. In that case, that's our outside force that's aiming to stop the object in motion. The other thing is, if we just have a skateboard here, the other part of the law is that an object at rest will stay at rest. And this is a little easier to demonstrate. Did it do anything?
No.
How could we get the skateboard to move?
Somebody has to push.
All right, a lot of different answers, but the scientific way to think about it is we'd have to apply an outside force. Some of you said push it. Someone even said, I like this answer, someone said if the wind blows, would that push it? That's an outside force that could push it, okay? So, in other words, unless we apply some kind of outside force,
What are you doing?
sorry, unless we apply an outside force, that board is not going to move. The second law Newton discussed, it's actually best put in form of equation F equals ma. Does anybody know what that means?
MP3.
F equals ma, and that means force is equal to mass. You guys are on it today. Mass times acceleration. Meaning the more mass you have, the more acceleration you have, the more force you get. Hard to illustrate this one on a skateboard or with a skateboard, but just understand when we go to do tricks that involve ollieing high or manualing, riding on two wheels a long distance, we need to go in a greater rate of speed. We need to accelerate faster, and then allow us to have more force, overcome that frictional resistance, and go longer. And finally, the last one, I like this one the best because this is a common question that I always get at middle school demos. How does the ollie work? How does a jump on a skateboard work? You've seen us do some pretty amazing stuff, and some of you might be saying, how is this happening? There's a little complex story, but the easier version of it is, you can think about it like this. There is the tail on the skateboard is this part here. You can also do an ollie off the nose or a jump off the nose, we call it an ollie. Either end you choose. What you're doing in the ollie motion is you're crouching down really fast and you're about to spring up. But before you spring up, you're slamming your foot down on the tail really hard. And again, as Newton's third law says, for every action there's an equal and an opposite reaction. With the amount of force we slam into the ground, our board wants to come back up at the same amount of force as that. So, based on the shape of the skateboard that helps make this possible, every time we slam the board down really high and jump up and get out of the way, we can actually see our board catapult back up. So, there is a nutshell explanation of how it works, but for right now, I'm going to need a volunteer. And actually, there's a catch. There's a catch. I'm sorry, folks, but you can help pick it. It has to be a male teacher. Do we have a brave male teacher? Anyone? Can we have a male teacher come on in and help us? It's for the sake of science. It's for the sake of science. We need a male teacher to come on in and help us out. Please, it's for physics. Yes. Yes. Very good. Yes. I like that. All right, bring that man in. We're going to introduce him. Come on up here, sir. All right.
What?
Now this new thing, Mr. Lyons, is that correct?
I'm taking pictures.
All right, this is Mr. Lyons. Everybody give Mr. Lyons a hand. Now, Mr. Lyons, I hate to do this to you. Would you mind laying on the ground so we can demonstrate an ollie? Yes, now, we haven't done this at any other school show, so hopefully this goes flawless. Hopefully. Now, remember, folks, could you pass me that helmet for a second? Remember, folks, I need you to remember that in skateboarding, it's very important to wear protective gear. So we're going to give Mr. Lyons protective gear.
Like a chest pad? Very, very important.